My name is Chase Johnson. I'm from Denver, Colorado, and we have used C3 Group several times on some of our large loss commercials and our higher end residential for their appraisal services and their public adjusting services. Their knowledge of the market, of the ever-changing regulations, and their ability to create a very thorough estimate from an understanding of construction and the management of the project.
Happy Thursday, everyone. The lead meteorologist John Trochet here for our daily 12 p.m. hail forecast, sponsored as always by C3 Group and Merlin Law Group. You can check out both of their pages in the description below here on Facebook. Yesterday, there hasn't really been a whole ton of activity. We had some hail here and there the past few days. And today looks like we're actually going to be a pretty quiet day. Low hail chances for most of your Thursday. Not really too much going on today, but don't worry, that is going to be changing very soon. We do have a hail risk tomorrow with up to some half-dollar size hail possible everywhere from near the Texas Panhandle, Oklahoma border, from Oklahoma City, Tulsa, Kansas City, all the way up to Chicago. Not looking super crazy by any means. The focus of this activity will likely be in Missouri and up towards Wisconsin, with more isolated activity further south towards Oklahoma. But that is something to end your work week on. And once we get past the future radar, I'll show you guys actually a look ahead to see the potential for some severe weather as well. Future radar shows all this activity is going to form in the afternoon hours tomorrow. Again, I'm really focusing in more towards Iowa, Wisconsin, Illinois, parts of Missouri, where a majority of this activity is going to be forming after about 4 o'clock. Again, strongest storms could be up to ping pong ball size before it turns into a line once the sun goes down. It's more of a wind and rain threat. So, looking ahead, I haven't done this in a little while. It's the jet stream. Looks like as we move into this weekend, we have a pretty significant trough coming out of the west, and it's a much more spring-looking pattern. You're actually going to see some snow up in Montana and whatnot. Pretty normal for this time of year, but the pretty strong dip in the jet stream there going to lead to some of that instability and quite a bit of severe weather activity, likely, again, starting probably Sunday, Monday time frame and through a good chunk of next week. So starting off October with a fairly active pattern, probably in the central plains, possibly even the front range there, and up maybe even closer towards places like Iowa and Illinois and whatnot. Still pretty far north. That's probably the more unusual part, is we're going to see the severe weather probably further north than what is typical for that first week of October. A lot of record heat is probably going to inundate a good chunk of the eastern half of the country, all the way from the East Coast back towards Oklahoma. But again, severe weather looking likely. This is ending by when's this run end? By the end of next week. This is the next full week, and we're going to see quite a bit of severe weather, likely starting off in that next work week. So checking in on the tropics, anything exciting happening there? Well, we have 2 systems. Jerry fizzled out yesterday, so now we have Tropical Storm Karen and Major Hurricane Lorenzo, and that's all the activity that's going on right now. And this is what Hurricane Lorenzo, or not Hurricane Lorenzo, this is Tropical Storm Karen. Karen is moving around kind of weird. It's doing one of these, going to do a little loop-de-loop and head back towards the coast. Don't get excited. There is a lot of unfavorable conditions for tropical development because we have such a dynamic pattern in the United States that's deflecting a lot of these hurricanes, and a lot of shear, a lot of things that you need for hail and tornadoes are very bad for hurricanes. So this is most likely going to be a post-tropical mess by next week as it's just drifting towards the Bahamas and might make it over to Florida. We'll kind of see if it just kind of completely dissipates. I don't think Karen's really going to be a very big deal as she's just been hanging out in the Atlantic. Hurricane Lorenzo is a major hurricane, a pretty nasty looking one. Winds up at 130 miles an hour, but will be a Cat 4. Will maintain a Cat 4 strength as we head towards all the way the first part next week on Tuesday by 8 a.m. It's going to be up, getting close to the Azores and heading towards Europe. Not even the slightest hint of any kind of issues for the United States. That's all we got for the tropics right now. Things are pretty quiet stateside as again all this activity is happening. We're at L now for hurricane names. However, there isn't too much really threatening the U.S. So make sure you follow us here on Facebook. Hit See First. Follow us, all that great stuff, so that way you don't miss any of our posts, any of our updates, any videos we might do outside of our normal forecast videos. And if you are having troubles with the app or the website, you're new here, or you got a couple new guys on your team, go ahead, give us a call, and we will happily set up a training at your earliest convenience. And if you're wondering, the number is right there on the screen, 855-334-4245. You can call us to set up a training, any comments, questions, or concerns if you're interested in what Hailtrace has to offer for you. info@hailtrace.com to email us, and you can find out more details as always on our website, hailtrace.com. Follow us on other social media platforms like Instagram right here, simply @Hailtrace. You follow us on Twitter as well. Hope you guys have a great rest of your Thursday. I'll see you tomorrow, as we do every single weekday, for our daily 12 p.m. hail forecast. Have a great day, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.